with me on the ride. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Come and vibe with me on this ride. I like that. So, yes, I will be looking at the road as I'm talking to you, but I'll still glance down at you, you know, get some type of eye contact. So, I was thinking, and I asked Spirit, I said, what is something that I need to be shared with my beautiful friends? And what came to me is that I do a podcast 3 days out the week. And the name to the podcast is Weekly Wellness Check-In, Tips and Tools for Transformation and Showing Up for Self. So it really came on me that the weekly wellness check-in is needed. It's needed. And I need to basically create the video talking about that space. And what we talked about was wellness with no guilt. And a lot of times we be in a space, but wait a minute, before I dive in and get into it, oh, look at that glade, that light, them rays, I love it, I love it. Before I get into it, those that are new to my channel, it's me, Coach Lee, the world's #1 self-love and spiritual advisor that uses a holistic approach. And this channel is really basically, I'm having a conversation with you. We just vibing and talking. And it could be anything with spirituality, law of attraction, manifestation, whatever I'm led to talk to you about spiritually. Whatever the downloads I get, honestly. So, yeah. Back to what I was saying. So, wellness with no guilt. And when you think about that, like really, really think about that. A lot of times, if we do not do a certain thing, like say if you be like, for those that are like really, really I don't even know what they call gym rats. I don't know. I don't want to offend nobody. My phone literally just overheated. Crazy. Anyway, and it's like when you in your wellness routine, I don't like the angle with my phone at, so give me a moment. I'm back. Hopefully my phone don't overheat again. Anyway, with wellness with no guilt, it's really being in that space. Like it just threw my whole message out of whack. Like, so I'm gonna ask this question, and then I'm gonna go on to what I'm ready to say. Do you even have a wellness routine? Do you even have like a lifestyle that's just what you do? And I know a lot of people do, and then there's some that's like, no. With me, I have my non-negotiables when it comes to my wellness. Of course, my non-negotiable is I have to be centered. I have to center myself. And I tell you, I have slow start mornings, and my days start off slow. And that's just that's a non-negotiable now. And it took a while to get there because I used to just be like, oh shoot, I'm gonna lay here till this time and I'm gonna just jump up and get myself together and go about my day. That no longer works for me. I like having slow, soft starts. So I get up early. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I get up a little bit earlier than that. And with that, I take my time. I get up. I go walk my dog. Yes, I take her outside at 4 in the morning. And even when I am in a space where it's like, oh shoot, it might be raining or I'm tired, regardless, I have my alarm set at 4:20. So if I'm not even getting up before my alarm, most times I get up before my alarm, but if I happen to just be sleeping over, I'm gonna get up anyway at 4:20. And with that, it's just like, let's get this day started. I don't get out the bed and just be a ball of energy. Yet, I just get out the bed, I'm able to pace myself. And that works magic for me. Because as I'm pacing myself, I'm able to set my intentions for the day. I am able to do my affirmations. I'm able to meditate. I'm able to be still. Literally just be still and be in the moment. And that sets the tone for my day. And I love that. And I do that without no guilt. And I'm going to continue to do that. And I do it so often and so much that even when I was out of town a few weeks ago, my body automatically knew. And I was in another time zone. And so I still got up early, but it was a little later than, well, I don't even know how to say it. I still got up early, but that's all that matters. So, also with that, it's like, what is your routine? If you have a routine, what is your routine? And with that, are you making sure you have your non-negotiables? Do you have your, I have to prioritize me first, hashtag me first, because that is so important that you're making sure you pouring into yourself, you pouring into you. And with how mental health is nowadays, it's so many people that be in a space where they don't even want to share what's going on. They feel like they gotta just do everything on their own. I got this, I'm good. Knowing that they're suffering in silence. And as I'm saying this, and I'm saying this with so much compassion, because I remember once upon a time when I was that person. I literally was that person where it just looks so dark. When I'm at the light, it still look dark. I literally was that person where I felt like no one gets me, no one will understand, so I don't need to share certain things. And I'm creating this video to let you know that it is support out there. It is someone that will listen to you. It is someone that will guide you, assist you on your journey, on your path. You do not have to take this alone. So with this wellness with no guilt, is like not feeling guilty about the things that you have to do for yourself. Not feeling guilty about how you feel inside. You know, own your feelings. Own up that feeling. If you're feeling, I'm frustrated right now. I'm pissed off. I'm mad. I did not like something. I gotta put the phone back right here. Own that. Take ownership of that. That's your feelings. You entitled to that. That is you. Don't feel guilty about how you feel. And when it comes to wellness with no guilt, without no guilt, a lot of people are feeling guilty for the way they feel. You don't have to feel guilty for the way you feel. That's your feelings. I will say this. No longer be the person that's bottling those feelings up. No longer be the person that's holding it back on your feelings. And I know it's not easy because I was there. Like, I will get in a space where I will literally be so frustrated and angry and suppress it to the point where I added on top of that and on top of that I exploded. And when I say I exploded, y'all, I was flipping tables, I was throwing stuff, and I'm like, girl, what's wrong? And then I couldn't even tell you what was wrong. You know why? Because so many things had happened prior that I added on top of that pressure. I added on top of it. And by me adding on top of it did not help me with expressing it. It made it worse. It just made it worse. It made me a person to not want to be around, and it made me be in a space where who will respect me? Who will respect me? Nobody, because I didn't respect myself. So now I'm actually in a space where it's like I have my non-negotiables. This is what I am required to do for myself. So if I'm required to do this for myself, yes, I require this from others. I do. I'm not saying that because I eat a certain way, when I come to your house, you better have food for me to eat. Nope. And I used to be in a space where it's like, I'm not coming to your house if you're not feeding me. I was that person. You want me to come to your house, you better make sure you got food for me, because I'm not coming if you can't feed me. I'm not going nowhere with you if you cannot feed me. Like, I was so big on food. Like, you gonna feed me? And it could be like, can you go with me somewhere you gonna feed me? I don't care where it was at, you gonna feed me. I don't care who it was, you gonna feed me. Like, I really was that person. And I'm like, why? Well, I mean, a lot of times I was hungry. A lot of times I was hungry. I'm gonna keep it real. I was always hungry. You gonna feed me? I ain't coming unless you gonna feed me. Yet at the same token, I did not have no boundaries in place. I didn't have no non-negotiables. I didn't have no routine set up. I just was being. And then when I say I just was being, I was not being in the moment. I was being everywhere but nowhere. And with that, it just was like, some things had to shift. Everybody shift when they feel like, yeah, I need something better. It's different. It's totally different. Just make sure you have in place some form of routine that works for your body, that works for you, that makes you feel good about yourself. And that routine is mental, physical, and spiritual work. Thank you for them twos. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Mental, physical, and spiritual work, y'all. Make sure your mental is in check. And you suppressing those feelings that's wellness with guilt. Making sure your physical body is able to and functionable to move. And connecting to source, to spirit. Have that connection. That's it. That's all I gotta share. I've learned also that when my mind go blank, when I'm talking about something, and I'm like, what else? If my mind go blank, Spirit was like, that's it. Nothing else to say. So that's it. Thank you all so much for listening. Subscribe, share, comment down below. Definitely comment down below. Let me know if you have a routine that you have in place. And what is it? I do work out. I do move my body off. Y'all wondering, like, well, do you work out? I'm actually, how I work out is, and it used to be, I just go for walks. I still do. Yet, as a yoga instructor, and I teach multiple classes a week. Multiple. More than 2. More than 3. That's my workout right there. Can I do stuff outside of that when I'm not doing yoga and when I'm not stretching my body? I can. Stay tuned to see if I have started it or not. With that all being said, thank you all so much. And as always, have peace in your mind, love in your heart, happiness in your soul. Till next time, my beautiful friends, thank you for riding with me and